that I was a better man, that I was a better man. I'm sorry for my part that closed up your heart. There's something wrong with me. It ain't your fault, sweetheart.
Welcome back, it's chrisstrahan Hagon Factory. So this week's video, Velocette 350 Hagon. What a bike. Been working on it now for 14 months. It's come up really well, but I have come across a major issue. It's not the engine and gearbox that the old man built. I've built this issue. So that'll be later on in the video. Don't forget about Lanelli, 24th of this month. So get on board, we'll be there. So let's have a look.
Empty bottles and wasted time. I got nothing to show for all my wasted time, except the trouble, worried mind. I got
Went down to the river, washed my sins away, pray, 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 and pray for another day. I went down to that river, washed my sins for free. The devil's on the other bank, staring back at me. I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man. Another nail in my coffin, another nail for me. I gotta look pretty when I go down. Another nail in my coffin, can't you spare one more? I gotta look pretty when I'm knocking down heaven's door. I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man. Light my cigarette. You ever seen a dead man talking?
As you can imagine, being a YouTube creator, I watch a lot of YouTube. One of my favourite creators is Mike Finnegan. Mike Finnegan does drag cars and boats and road trips in all his vehicles and all that sort of stuff. One thing Mike Finnegan does is he doesn't pretty it up. If something fails, he lets you know, he explains why, and that's the road we're going to go down today. So let's have a look at the Velo. So as you can see over the build, the Velo's evolved a fair bit. Had a few sets of mudguards on it, a few sets of handlebars, a couple of seats. It has come up really well. I lighted all bolts together, but we have one major issue. And it's nothing to do with the engine and the gearbox that Alan's put together. I've created this fault. I've made the bike just a little bit too light. So let's have a look at where the problems start. So if you've been watching all these videos, you know I've had all sorts of problems lining up the primary and the rear drive because of the inboard clutch. Now, this has caused major issues over the time. So what I actually did is, this is where your engine plate should be on the outside. So we'll have a quick measurement there. So that should be about, what do we got here? That should be about, let's just say 95 mil. So what I've done is I've recessed the engine plate in, and it's recessed in about 26 or 27 mil. So what that's done is, when I wind on the throttle, this hasn't got enough strength in it. So this is turning a bit, and the swing arm pivot here is moving, the back wheel's coming across and just clipping the mudguard. So we've got a bit of flex there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about it at this stage. I'm sure it needs a third plate out at the right width, but what I think I'll do is I'll upgrade the material. We'll go for thicker material. I've still got all the patterns. This is pretty light material. I've used this on like the DT Hagon we've got. It was good enough for that, but it's just a bit light on this with the plates so close together. So that's my own fault. We'll get back into it, but I won't bore you with cutting out new plates and all that. I'll cut out the original plates off the pattern in the thicker material, and then I'll make more videos on what I'm going to do about this plate here with the swing arm pivot to try and support this. The problem we've got, the cases are so thin, the outboard clutch, it's just too skinny. That's all it comes down to. And I'm sure I mentioned this in a video before, that I thought it might have been a problem, an up and coming problem, and it is, which is a real shame. I was looking forward to riding this at Broadford, but I've got plenty of other bikes. When the old man will drag something else out and get that ready to go. So let's do a few measurements on the plate thickness and we'll go from there.
Another nail for me. I gotta look pretty when I go down. Another nail in my coffin. Can't you spare one more? I gotta look pretty when I'm knocking down heaven's door. I'm a dead man walking.
Righto.
I'm a dead man.
So this plate we've got here is showing it's about 5.5 mil. So on the 500 Velo I used 7 mil, and I think I used this same plate on the Yamaha Hagon we've got. But because the plates are together, too close together, like I said before, I think that's part of our issue with the flex. And the other problem I have is with this aluminium, I got this off a different supplier, and I'm not sure whether the grading was right. This plate was already cut, and it was in a pile. It was just written on with the text of what it was, but I got a feeling that it is not that good quality. When you drill it, it sort of galls up on the drill bit, and you sort of burn through it, which is a bit of an issue. As you know, with cheap aluminium, there's plenty of it around. But some people have asked me, I've already spoken to a couple of people about this locally, and they asked me if I'm disappointed. Well, it is a little bit disappointing, but it's part of building something from scratch, and something that we've never done before, and something that's not very common. So we always knew that there'd be a fair bit of development in this bike. I like the way it all fits, but we can make it better. So instead of trying to cobble it together to take to Broadford, I'm going to say we're not taking it, and I'm going to measure everything up again and then pull it all apart. I'll get some more plate next week and we'll get started straight away. Now with this bike, I was very happy because I thought I was getting to the end of it, and because I've got a couple other bikes that I need to get going. I've got the 650 Triumph that we're building for Salix Beach, and I've got another slider which I haven't really spoken about, but it's got an IT 400 in it, and that's an Australian built frame, that one. So I wanted to get onto those two, but it looks like we'll be back onto the Velo, and we'll get the Triumph started as well. So yeah, we'll have to get on with it. Righto, so I keep telling myself there's no need to get upset about this. I've just got to get on with it, so that's what I'll do. It did keep me awake last night thinking about it and wondering whether I should make up some more plates today, but I don't want to work on this bike every night until Broadford. I want to enjoy Broadford and enjoy the time in between now and then, because it's been a very busy year. So it will happen. You'll get all the footage every week like you normally do, so let's go. Righto, same as every other week. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell everybody. Let's bring Hagon's back.